The world was left in collective shock when news broke that Malcolm-Jamal Warner, the beloved actor best known for his portrayal of Theo Huxtable on The Cosby Show, had tragically drowned while vacationing with his wife and only daughter in Costa Rica. The tragedy unfolded unexpectedly during what was meant to be a peaceful family getaway in the lush coastal town of Tamarindo. Warner, 54, was reportedly swept under by a riptide while swimming in the ocean, his family present and helpless as the terrifying ordeal played out. Emergency responders tried to revive him, but he was pronounced dead at the scene. The devastating news reverberated across Hollywood and the globe, but perhaps no one felt it more deeply than the man who helped launch Warner's career and became a paternal figure in his life, Bill Cosby. From his secluded home in Massachusetts, Bill Cosby issued a lengthy and emotionally gut-wrenching statement that immediately captured national attention. In it, he called Warner's passing an unthinkable loss, likening it to the sudden shattering of a legacy that spanned 4 decades of love, laughter, and lessons. Cosby, now 88 years old, was reportedly inconsolable upon hearing the news, especially after learning that Warner's wife and young daughter had witnessed the incident. "I raised him on camera, but I loved him off camera," Cosby's statement began. "Malcolm was my son in every way that mattered. He was the promise of a future, the reflection of all that we hoped Black fatherhood could be. To lose him like this, so suddenly, so cruelly, it breaks my spirit." Cosby first met Malcolm-Jamal Warner in 1983, when the then 13-year-old actor auditioned for the role of Theo. From the moment Warner delivered his lines with an effortless charm, Cosby knew he had found something special. There was a light in Malcolm, he reflected, a glow that didn't come from acting, it came from truth. "I knew that if America saw him, they would believe in the possibility of a young black man's brilliance, vulnerability, and humor." Throughout the 8-season run of The Cosby Show, Warner evolved from a child actor into a young man under the careful eye of Cosby, who often coached him not just on performance, but on life itself. Malcolm didn't just play Theo, he lived him, Cosby shared. He asked questions, challenged the scripts, brought his heart to every episode, and I cherished every moment watching him grow. In the years after the show, Warner remained close with Cosby, even as their careers took different paths and public opinion around Cosby shifted. While many distanced themselves, Warner maintained a quiet loyalty, often stating that he would never erase the good Cosby had done in his life. That connection, rooted in mutual respect and real love, endured through time, controversy, and fame. When Cosby learned that Warner had died during a family vacation, it struck a particularly
He was
deep
doing
what
what
fathers do, Cosby wrote, spending time with the people he loved most in this world. He was with his wife, his daughter, his joy. That he died being that man, that father, is both tragic and beautifully symbolic. The tribute delved into the private side of Warner that many fans didn't know. According to Cosby, Malcolm was a deeply spiritual man who cherished his family, valued privacy, and prioritized meaningful work over celebrity status. Thoughtful. He was never chasing lights, he was chasing purpose, Cosby recalled. He wanted his daughter to know a world filled with books, music, laughter, and love. He was building that world one day at a time. Cosby also spoke of their last conversation, which had occurred just a few weeks before Warner's death. He told me he was taking his family to Costa Rica. Said he wanted to unplug, hear the ocean, hold his daughter's hand while walking barefoot on the beach. He said to me, "Pops, this is the kind of peace you can't buy." Sad, I had no idea that would be our last talk. Following the announcement of Warner's passing, Cosby reportedly retreated into a period of mourning. Close friends said he spent hours watching old episodes of The Cosby Show, particularly scenes featuring just him and Warner. In one especially emotional moment, he rewatched the famous episode Theo's Economic Lesson, in which Cliff tries to teach his son the realities of adulthood using Monopoly money. Emotional, that episode was all heart, Cosby said. It wasn't just acting, it was a father and son, dancing in real time. Cosby took part in a private memorial arranged by Warner's family, held in the same Costa Rican town where the tragedy took place. Though frail, Cosby made the journey with the help of caregivers and longtime associates. There, under the shade of palm trees and the sound of the very waves that claimed Warner's life, he delivered a short but powerful eulogy. Standing before a small gathering of loved ones, Cosby said, "Solemn, we come here not only to mourn, but to honor. Malcolm didn't just live, he loved. He was the kind of man who gave more than he took. He was a son to me, a father to his own child, and a light in dark places." He continued, "Reflective. People will talk about his roles, his talents, the awards. But I will remember the Malcolm who sent me books he thought I'd like, who texted me poetry, who said, 'Love you, Pops,' at the end of every call. That's the Malcolm I knew. That's the Malcolm we lost." Cosby's tribute also included heartfelt words directed at Warner's wife and daughter. He promised to be present in any way they needed, calling them the two women who held his world together. He added to his little girl, tenderly, "Your daddy was a hero, not because he was on TV, but because he showed up for you every day and he loved you more than words can hold." Photos from the service, which were later released with the family in a wicker chair, holding a framed picture of him and Malcolm from 1985. He wore a dark linen suit and sunglasses, but those who were there said he cried openly during the service. Returning home from Costa Rica, Cosby released an audio tribute, his voice weathered and trembling. "There are few people you meet in life who change you," he said. "Malcolm changed me. He made me a better man, a better father, and a better friend. I thank God for the gift of his presence, and I curse the ocean for taking him too soon." In the weeks that followed, Cosby began compiling personal writings about Warner, memories, letters, even unused scripts they once talked about developing together. Those close to him said he plans to publish them one day as a tribute memoir titled My Theo, the Son I Never Had. Whether that comes to pass or not, it is clear that the emotional toll of this loss will never fully lift. Cosby concluded his written tribute with a line that resonated with fans across generations. "Good night, Theo. I'll see you in every sunset, every wave, every laugh that echoes in my memory. You are more than a role, you are my heart."